Hi, and welcome to this is the fourth episode. This is small cap update. Three past companies that I wrote up a couple weeks ago: EDM on the venture, PMED on the CSE, and PLAS on the CSE. Just some updates. Um, and the goal of this is to identify Canadian small cap companies that can drive job creation, revenue growth, and economic value for Canada. I'm looking to increase my investing knowledge and insights into these companies by crowdsourcing and leveraging collective knowledge to make better informed investment decisions and increase awareness and boost visibility for Canadian small cap companies, support their growth and contribution to the Canadian economy. So let's look at the first one here. So EDM Resources, again, zinc, lead, gypsum, Providence, Nova Scotia, all the characteristics that you want to see in Canada. Um, we are importing gypsum, zinc, and lead into Canada. It just makes sense. There'd be a lot of jobs. I think it's around 100 or 150 jobs. I have reached out to the company twice, no response. It could be because it's summer. It might be, I don't know. I mean, you would hope that people would get back. As far as their socials, their three accounts: YouTube, LinkedIn up one, X down two, 337 volume since the announcement that took place on June 9th. Not a lot of activity. I don't see any new YouTube videos that they've put out as well. Followers, nothing. Certainly could benefit by getting some more information out there to the public. Again, I think, the thesis is that we need these products in Canada, and it's kind of in a mining friendly. I mean, there's coal and other gypsum mines in Nova Scotia, so it makes sense that they would get some interest going or increase some awareness out there, and maybe respond to potential shareholders or current shareholders as well. You never know. I recall working with a company years ago. I got a cold call from a group out of Toronto, and within 20 days, they had raised $5.5 million. So answering the phone can definitely add value. The next company that I talked about was Predictmedix, again, AI company. They had some cool screening system, smart health AI stations. I mean, AI stations and power tools for remote patient monitoring just makes so much sense. I think, though, I have called the company twice as well. No response. Their COO appears to be the contact. I think they're looking for a new deal. Maybe they have something coming through some of their India contacts. You can see their socials, no posts at all, X plus three. Volume is okay, but considering that you have almost 200 million shares outstanding and the dollar value being in that 2 to 3 cent range, that's not a lot of activity. The next one was Plascred. Again, I like this company because taking the plastic and recycling it, I mean, if it's economic, I guess the one thing that's interesting about it, when you put we used to take our bottles into the bottle depot, but it was just a nightmare going over there. It takes so long. It's just dirty. It really didn't seem like it was worth it. So now we just put them in the blue bin. And if I think they're all going to the landfill. Everything. They say they've done some marketplace has done some things talking about it. Yeah, it's just disappointing. There's got to be a better way of doing things out there. So hopefully these guys can figure it out. Again, I wonder if their equipment makes sense to be close to a landfill, like where there's landfill and a CN rail line. That makes a lot of sense as far as having the feedstock and then the ability to get it off site. But looking for some news, I did see they reposted their emissions reduction Alberta, the announcement of them. They've got a few new subscribers to X, YouTube, and LinkedIn. again, just that reposting volume is decent. I think when I put this out, the stock ran to 20 cents. I put this out after it hit 20 cents. It's actually came down since then, but good opportunity to get some news out as I think they've got a solution. I also did some work with a company out of Toronto, Char Technologies, which they were doing biomass to biochar and renewable, was it renewable hydrogen or anyways, it was they've definitely got a lot of funding and they're operating in Thorold and certainly looks they're doing things the right way. There are also a lot of other biomass companies like Energia and another one out of Toronto. I can't remember Green Lane Renewables. Yeah, they had some big run-ups as maybe they had the solution, but yeah, I mean landfills just it seems like a bad idea to just keep dumping stuff in there. So again, clothing thoughts. Again, EDM, Predictmedix, nothing. Called. I sent an email to Plascred. Haven't seen anything back. It is summer. I'll probably call this week. Some of the things we're looking for is EDM, an update on their applications with the government, federal and provincial. If they have project financing lined up, I doubt that'll be announced anytime soon. PMED, maybe there's some India tech development with their military because it seems like I had some connections there. Could be a new deal coming down the pipe. And then Plascred, maybe they can get some of these warrants and options exercised, which will add some money. Maybe the news on the CN MOU. They also talk about plastic credits, which I will admit I'm not familiar with it. It's the first I'd ever seen it, but I guess there is some sort of similar to a carbon tax. I don't have all the details. There is a video on YouTube where the guy explains it a bit. Probably best to watch that. Yeah, so that's just an update on these companies. Again, always looking for insights from other people. I'm going to be working with my client, Hybrid Power Solutions, working with Francois. We're going to put together a video. I want to ask him some tough questions about the business. And certainly they're talking to lots of people. They've got lots of pilots and demos out in the field. Be great to see some nice size contracts come out. But again, I'll wait and see. But yeah, that'll be the next video, or I might have another one on another company that's trading below 5 cents that appears to have some interesting stuff going on. So as always, this is not to be construed as investment advice. Consult an investment advisor and do your own research. Thank you.